I know me. It's your girl, Gabby the Intuitive Sage. I look a hot fucking mess, so I ain't hopping in the camera, but my hair need to be cut. Okay. Um. So if y'all just so happen to see me, you know, act like you don't see me. But I'm sitting here cleaning my gizzards. You know what I'm saying? And I was thinking about something. Like I be like when people tell me stuff, when people like my mom, like for instance, she always like tell me about like how she be like when she be sick or like what's going on with her uh health and stuff like that, and I don't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like there are certain conversations we can have and I know how to respond. I know how to go back and forth. But when people give me a problem, when people bring problems to me, I instantly start like trying to figure out those problems, right? And you could be a person, or like I could just be talking to somebody because I am that type of somebody who, uh, like, I will like I said, I instantly start thinking of a solution, like how, ways to fix the problem, ways you can fix the problem, ways I can help you fix the problem, or just just saying just a solution. Um, I get to thinking about research or like what like especially if it's some type of illness or something, and I get to thinking like what herbs work for this or what my book is. So I like that's just what I start thinking about. I don't really like respond. I just okay whole time. This can be perceived as like initially it's perceived in a negative way, and some people can still like whether they get it initially or not. Uh, like let's say they never get it. I mean that's on them. But you can be the type of person that you kind of like instantly go into that you instantly get into that mode. This could be your gift. This could be one of the gifts you have. Just something I don't know. Uh, but yeah, it's like maybe just maybe. You know what I'm saying? We need to stop looking at everything like it's a fucking problem. I feel like even with people who act like they like holier than thou or like they super spiritual or super religious, it's still like you still have to be that to a certain extent. You feel what I'm saying? Because everything is spiritual, but everything is physical too. Because yeah, it starts in the physical, but we're here. This is a projection of everything. I mean, as above, so below type of energy. But you could just be somebody who you might have perceived this as a bad thing, and this is just an epiphany that I had, like literally just had. So I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna cut the camera on and just put it out there. It's not a bad thing. Maybe you need to help other people solve their problems. It's like you could be like wondering why. Why do I always? It's like it's not that you lack self love, or it's not that you lack awareness. It's just you you are a healer. This is just something that you have within you. You are somebody who is here to help. But you could be stuck in thinking that the way that you help or the way you know what I'm saying, the way things are going is not going the way that they're supposed to. Like I remember being around people who were low vibrational, but I did spiritual shit with them. I talked about spiritual things all the time. I talked about just things that could bring some type of growth in any situation. You know what I'm saying? I never was the type of friend that just condone bullshit. I never was. Never will be. I've always, hey, how y'all doing? I've always been the type of friend that like I'm gonna tell you what it is. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm a Sagittarius. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't want you to be, you know what I'm saying? I don't want you to be fucked up. But people do whatever they want to do, and then they be like, oh, well, you make your own mistakes, or you ain't even handling your own shit. How you gonna tell me? Because I am the type of person that needs to work through this. You know, you are a teacher, so you're somebody who needs to get the lesson. You know what I'm saying? In order to teach the lesson. Period. So it's like, okay, it's like you deal with people who have maybe similar issues or the same issues as you, or things that are go through things that can prepare you for your test. You get what I'm saying? So as a teacher, you have to get the lesson first. You have to go through it first. You have to be able to work through the problems, because if the math teacher don't know how to do the problem, how the fuck they gonna teach you the problem? How they gonna teach you how to get the answer? They gotta know the answer first. You feel what I'm saying? What like I don't know. They gotta know the answer first. And I feel like you went through people and like through your life, that was the lesson. That was the message that you were supposed to understand what was happening, why it was happening, and then go through the test. You know, after you get all the knowledge, you go through the test, and then you're able to teach it. And in this instance, the lesson and the where you get your practice in, because you don't just take a test, you get worksheets throughout the week, you get the lesson, you know what I'm saying? You go through, you're learning, you're mastering whatever this is before you get to whatever it is. But you're just a natural teacher. So it's like you all innately already understand what the lesson is or what it is, especially when it comes to other people. You somebody who have to see it first in order to get it. But it's like I said, people could be feeling like, or you could feel like, how can I help somebody else and I can't help myself? Because in helping yourself, you're going to help others. The problem that we're having, you know what I'm saying, is that we're helping others. When it's time to get to you, it's like, when it's time, I feel like when it's time to not even take the test, but when it's time to present yourself, when it's time to, let's just say you got to take a test on this subject and then you got to do a project on it. You gotta show it or give an example of it somehow, some way. And you never show up. You never show up when it's time for you to show up. You never get the project done. You know what I'm saying? And that's just not necessarily show what you know, because you already passed the test. But it's like, how are you able to it's like, it's easy to be able to know that you know. Like, yeah, I know that you know this, but like, can you represent this? Or like, can you, I don't know how to explain it. It's like every time I get a word in my head, it go away. But y'all get what the fuck I'm saying. So like, in helping other people, in helping, in doing, in acts of service, in service in general, like, somebody could be like a humanitarian, or you just like to help people, like you just love to give. You just gotta know when it's time to give to yourself. And when it's time to give to yourself, you gotta stop feeling guilty and stupid, because the reason why you went through all these trials and tribulations, because you notice how when you gave people the right answer, they rejected it. They didn't, you know what I'm saying? That is you. That is a reflection of you. So like, when it's your turn, when it's time for you to teach you, or when it's time for you to go within, I need you to stick with it. I need you to stand up, show out for yourself, because you've already done all the work. People think that it's supposed to go healing and transmuting energy is supposed to go a certain type of fucking way, and it is not. It is not. It goes the way that it flows. And your frequency, your journey is very different than anybody else's. You may have people who are on similar journeys, which is why I'm saying what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? I went through my shit. I'm going through my shit, and I'm reflecting and going back on the times where I helped, the times where I taught, the times where, you know, it's okay if they didn't receive the message. You did the part that you were supposed to do. You had the epiphany, or you had the bright idea, and you put it out there. That's all you were supposed to do for that person, period. And or for that practice, I feel like. And when it's time for the real lesson, when it's time for the real test, or when it's time for the project, when it's time for you, you have to be able to show up for you. Because if you can't show up for you, if you can't pass that test, then you can't keep teaching. You won't be able to. Now you're confused. You know what I'm saying? Now you won't be able to tell what's for the other person and what's for you. But you're somebody who doesn't do it in a way that I feel like is normal. It's like it's backwards for you. Like, in helping, like I said, in helping other people, in teaching other people, it helps you help yourself. You get what I'm saying? Because the people you are around, you know, like, just because they say I feel like birds of a feather do flock together. But just because we look alike don't mean that we're the same. You know what I'm saying? Just because we have similarities don't mean that we are exactly the same. So I feel like what they eat ain't gonna make you shit. What you eat ain't gonna make nobody else shit. But yeah, that was just the thing. I just heard that like when in helping other people, it teaches you. It's like, you know how they say like the students teach me something new every day. I learn from, or you supposed to, the old and the young are supposed to come together and listen to each other because we need each other, like literally. Uh, like I don't know somebody could like not want to listen to their elders. Listen to your motherfucking elders. Listen to your elders, and even if they ain't listening to you now, I'm telling y'all, they heard you. They heard you. You heard you, and you heard them. Loud and motherfucking clear. So whether they get, it's like when you come together, like when you meet people, everything is a contract. Everything was already ordained. You get what I'm saying? Sometimes we forget, and sometimes we innately know what we're supposed to be doing and we do it, but we still don't know why we're doing it. We don't really understand. And it's like, whether we understand or not, whether you understand or not, you have always been in your power. You have always been doing, you've always been on your mission, period. And you might not have looked at it like that, you might not think of it like that, but look back on your life. Look back on like the things you've said to people, the things you've done for people, you know what I'm saying? Like for me, I'm going through something, and people still, motherfuckers know what I'm going through, and they still calling me, asking me for money, still calling me and trying to get me to do shit. And it's not like, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like it's a little fucked up, but then again, it's like that make me feel strong. You know what I'm saying? That make me feel mighty because even in my lowest moments, y'all still feel like y'all can depend on me. You still feel like you can call on me. But it's my choice to know. It's up to me to decide when I'm gonna pour from my cup or not. And right now, I don't have a cup to be. I don't even have a goddamn cup to be pouring from. So I gotta get my shit together. So I can't. I gotta back away from those people right now because they don't really get it. You know what I'm saying? I've done all the help. I've given all the help that I can. I need the help now. But because you are the teacher, because you are the healer, they say who gonna heal the healers? Who gonna teach us? God. You know what I'm saying? You either could have been somebody who went to school, or you could just be somebody who has the knowledge. Who is, what is it, claircognizant, where you just know, where it's just in you. You know what I'm saying? And motherfuckers be trying to figure that out. And you still be trying to figure it out. But you don't have to figure it out. It ain't nothing to figure out. It's like, it's really nothing to figure out. It's nothing to feel bad for. Uh, it's no reason to be afraid of success. It's no reason to, I don't know. I just feel like somebody don't feel as confident in themselves as they normally, or as they should be, because you a motherfucking beast. You a motherfucker that, it's like now I'm looking at myself and I'm remembering. I'm looking back. I'm literally looking back on the situations, and it's like that was the only way you could get me down. That was the only way you could defeat me. That was the only way you could. You know what I'm saying? It was the only way. You have no choice. But even in your secret weapon, even in your, you know what I'm saying, when people try to pull out their strongest move, you lost. Even in trying to teach me a lesson and trying to punish me, I damn sure learned the lesson. I'm telling y'all, it was like the lesson that you was trying to teach me was not the lesson that I was meant to learn. It was like you was trying to teach me something, and God was trying to teach us something. And I got both messages. I got both lessons. It was like, okay, I see what you're trying to teach me, but see, what you teaching me ain't gonna ever do shit for me in life. You get what I'm saying? It ain't gonna move me forward, and it will help me see shit for what it really is. But the message and the lesson that God is trying to get across is that you've been doing this shit all along. This is literally who you are. Who the fuck are they to come in and make you feel like less than, or not even that somebody came in and made you feel some type of way? Who is that thought pattern? Who is that negative energy coming in telling you that you're not, that you don't? You know what I'm saying? You've always shown up for others. You get what I'm saying? It's time to heal the healer. It's time to realize that you did your part, whether the students accepted the lesson or not. Because when you're in a classroom and you're teaching in a classroom, not every fucking student is going to be a straight A student. You know what I'm saying? You gotta meet everybody where they are and be okay with doing your job as needed. And even when you get frustrated, even in like you have to remember that you have to keep yourself replenished in this life, in this on this journey. Like as a teacher, I feel like somebody should do a lot of more self care. Like go get your feet done, go get a massage, go to the gym, just do shit. Keep yourself replenished. It's like um, instead of this is where the challenge is coming in, and I feel like instead of always having a retreat, because for me this is what I don't like, having a retreat and like go into hermit mode, and you know what I'm saying, because I personally feel like you can heal while simultaneously being healed, but everybody need rest. You know what I'm saying? This could be a time of rest, and somebody's trying to overwork themselves. They overthinking. They not realizing that it is what it is. You have a gift. You have, you know what I'm saying? You are a problem solver. You are somebody who, you have a really sharp mind. You can be very, very, very intelligent. And either you don't see it or you're not seeing the point of it, or like nothing is making sense right now. And I'm literally, this is just me talk, like me just thinking out loud, me just put my thoughts out there, because hey, you never know who thinking the same shit, or who thinking something similar, or who can give another perspective to something that you may be going through that you might think is negative. It's not negative. It's not arrogant. It's not who the fuck do you think you is? I don't think I'm nobody. You came to me with a problem. I gave you a fucking solution. You came to me. You asked me for advice. You wanted to talk. I gave you what the fuck you were looking for. Maybe you're not ready for what you're looking for. Same way, when it's time for me to go get what I've been looking for, what I've been searching for, you know what I'm saying? When it's time for me to get that, you see, for you, collective, or like for me, it's not in other people. You are the person that's there for other people, but you, there is no other person for you. Let me not say it like that, because there just might be, you know what I'm saying? But as far as, like, I feel like somebody is a well. In all honesty, you never really run out of water. You know what I'm saying? You have something, you have divine source flowing through you all the time. I feel like somebody been gaslit into thinking that they have to retreat. Now when God say, you know what I'm saying, give it a rest, you moving with the Most High, you moving, you know what I'm saying, even if you don't know it, even if you don't always feel it. I feel like people be gaslighting because they be mad the God not moving through them. It's just how I be feeling. Because because this is a couple of different situations I'm thinking about and seeing in my head, but it's like a situation where a motherfucker, like I said, you could be somebody who give, you know what I'm saying? You are somebody who people come to for answers, and motherfuckers coming to you for answers, and they mad, and they trying to figure out how you got the answer, and you trying to teach them how to get the answer, but they so focused on the fact that they can't figure out for the life of them how you got the answer. They don't even give a fuck that they don't know how to get the answer. Even if I gave you the answer, you still wouldn't know how to go out here and get the answer for yourself. You wouldn't know how to go out here and solve the problem yourself, and I'm trying to teach your ass how to solve it. And because you've dealt with so many people who are like this, you think you're not a good teacher. I think you're just in the wrong classrooms. I think you're just talking to the wrong people, and maybe you're not. I just feel like you're taking it for the wrong shit. It's like, you did your job. You did what you were supposed to do. Don't let nobody, no immature ass person or somebody who don't really have knowledge or don't really know shit make you feel like you don't know shit. Now, a wise man know he don't know nothing, but don't let nobody come in and make you question yourself. You literally are a fucking god or goddess in a fucking human body, literally. You walk around this motherfucker floating, or angel, and these motherfuckers is intimidated, literally. You could even intimidate yourself because you haven't really fully integrated into who you're supposed to be, because you've been gaslit and you've been put down so much throughout your whole life. It's like you forgot who you were, or you forgot the extent of who you were. You forgot that you were like very fucking powerful. You might have, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, you might know what it is, but you don't really get why. You got a lot of questions. I feel like there's not really many questions, very many questions. I feel like somebody, when it comes to divine knowledge or just knowledge in general, you get it from source. You get it from the Most High. It just literally just downloaded from you like you got a fucking string, a motherfucking light, like a light beam. You know what I'm saying? From the top of your head to heaven or to the Most High, and it's like it gives you energy. It gives you everything that you need. And so you walk around this motherfucker like a superhero, and you doing what you're supposed to do, but because people don't have that power, they don't, even if they did, they ain't trying to even listen to how to figure out how to get the power or how to figure out how to activate their powers. So I hope that made sense. I'm about this motherfucker because I'm gonna make my gizzards and I'm hungry. I love y'all. It ain't nighttime, but you already know. Have a good night. Do what's like, be love, be like, drink motherfucking water. Yeah. Deuces.